Hi, I'm Ryan, and if you're watching this video, you may find yourself in the same situation that I found myself in years ago. You see, my business was growing. It was successful, but not nearly as successful as I knew it could be. My growth was not intentional, it was not predictable, and it wasn't nearly at the rate I wanted it to be growing. So I knew I had to do something. I started my quest for the answer, and I looked everywhere. I was reading books, I was talking to people, I was finding mentors. And I found that a business really needs three things. A business needs a coach, a business needs an operating system, and a business needs a peer group. Obviously you may think, well, does my business really need all three of those? Yes. To really achieve maximum potential, the maximum potential that your business has, you need at least those three things. So I can help you with two of those, which is obviously why we're talking today. But let's go back in time. I actually started looking at peer groups. I joined some peer groups, and I'll say they really did change my life. In fact, I'm here today because of those peer group meetings. At one of those early peer groups, there were companies in my industry, and there was kind of a select group of elite companies. They call themselves the Genius League, kind of the top 10 in our industry. Unfortunately, I was not in that genius group at the time, but they actually made a statement at one of the meetings that really has changed my life. At the meeting one evening, they were asked if there was one tip or trick or idea that they had really taken to heart that had changed their business. In other words, if they could give us other small, medium businesses in the industry, they could give us advice, what would it be? Well, 4 out of those top 10 businesses in our industry all said Traction, EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System. Get the book Traction, do what it says, implement this operating system in your business, and you'll see a turnaround. Well, of course, I immediately absorbed the book. I realized that that was exactly what I needed. That's when I found myself in the exact same situation you're probably in. Do I implement it myself, or do I hire an implementer? That's probably what you're thinking. If you're watching this video, that's probably exactly what you're thinking. So the good news is I had plenty of people to call. I had plenty of businesses in my industry that I now knew had implemented the EOS, Entrepreneurial Operating System. So I started calling, and I found out that the businesses who had used an implementer were just simply a lot farther ahead. They were growing faster, they were on track, they weren't letting politics bog them down. They had someone literally coaching them through the process. And that's when I decided to hire an implementer. So I actually started by hiring an implementer. We started the same way I would love to start with you. We started with a 90-minute call, a 90-minute meeting. During that meeting, the implementer really laid out the process, found out more about my business, and answered questions that I had, kind of explained the EOS tools at a high level, and we really were just trying to find out if EOS was a good fit, if it would work. We left that meeting confident that it was the right answer, and within just a few weeks we had actually started with our very first EOS full day session. And the rest is history. After a few years of that process, we learned enough to be out on their own, and that's really the job of the implementer. After your business is running the way it should, which generally takes about 2 years to get you up to speed, then really you're on your own. You have the capability to run the meetings and to really run the system yourself. Now, of course, if you would like the implementer to stick around and facilitate future meetings, be happy to do that. But typically, about a 2-year time frame is how much we spend with clients. So it's about 12 days. It's 7 days during the first year, 5 days during the second year, and that's about the amount of time that it takes to get spun up and get EOS implemented fully in your business. One of the things that really sealed the deal for me that first day when I was talking to the implementer was the fact that there was a money-back guarantee. If I went through a session, didn't feel like I'd received the value that I needed, that I wanted, I simply didn't pay for that session. And with that money-back guarantee, I really knew that it was a no-loss situation. There was no way that it would turn out poorly. So I started, and that's why I'm here today. After implementing it in our own business, I found out that was really my passion, and I started helping other small and medium businesses implement it themselves, and that's why I love what I do today. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me an email or give me a call. I'll be glad to answer them, and let's schedule that 90-minute meeting. Thank you.